Welcome, 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 grand rising, everybody. How's everybody doing this rising? It's your girl, Sterling's Elemental Spirits, here to give y'all a Mother's Day exclusive. Happy Mother's Day to every maternal energy out there, to every mother, to those who are playing the roles of a mother. Okay? Yes, happy Mother's Day. So we're going to go ahead and get started inside of this energy. Okay? This one's definitely for the mothers, the collective of mothers. Ancestors, please come forth for this special reading, this Day's exclusive for the mothers. Align and clear my chakras for this message. Anything that's not aligned and cleared, make it fall. For I'm here to heal, grow, know, reach, teach, and become my highest self. This Mother's Day, what do you have? What messages do you have for the mothers? Perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift. Mother. One change after another. You're learning to adapt and grow as us mothers do. Be kind and gentle with yourself. If you think you're alone, you're not. We are beside you in all your challenges that you face, Mother. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome of every situation. We have your best interests at heart. We love you. There's going to be some difficult times that are going to pass. This too shall pass. Nothing bad lasts forever. The sun will shine again, the birds will sing, the clouds will clear, and you will be glad you kept moving forward. You will soon be rewarded for your patience. Hold on, you are far stronger than you think. Give me one. Dealing with my soul contract. Perhaps you're reminded all too often how quickly the phases in your life can shift. So something is shifting. Someone's in a new phase. Okay? There's a change that is happening. One change after another. During this shift of change, you will be in a state of peace and inner serenity from within, Mother. You are in a phase of where you have an inner stability. Okay? You are weaving your dream. You are weaving your destiny. You are being guided at this time. As you, this guidance is helping you create a web of soul connections here. Give me one more, because this is my soul contracts deck. So it seems to me in this soul contracts deck, you're dealing with a shift in your life of where there is this confirmation, this inner stability that is already at play. You are merging with the light. Okay, becoming one with the light. Something divine has been illuminated to you regarding your inner stability here. Give me one more, please. Spirit circle. So something about your heart contract here. So your spirit circle, your ancestors, your spirit team here is giving you their energetic connection and support for y'all all share the same purpose here. Okay? Regarding your heart contract here. Something is being illuminated about what you share. Something about the connection that you share. So I could be thinking that something is going to be, it's at a new level, a new phase. Whether this is in your purpose or whether this is continuing on with your connections, your energetic connections, or the energetic connections that is guiding you to your soul family. But it's got something to do with your heart contract. Okay? So let's move on over here to thinking that you're alone. Okay? Spirit is saying that we're beside you in all your ways, even through the challenges that you face. You need to trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure that the best outcome of your situation, okay, that they have the best interest at your heart. Okay, best interest at heart for you. Confirmation, and this is a download. Path of miracles. Okay, so you're going to have some magical encounters. That is going to be the outcome, the best outcome of every situation that you are put in or that you come up against. Okay, you're going to have some magical encounters because this is going to be an inner awakening. Okay, celestial wisdom during these magical encounters. Okay, this is going to it ain't gonna say alarm you, but notify you, reassure you, give you the confirmation that you are guided and you are never alone on this journey, spiritual journey that you are on. And on this journey, you are getting this divine understanding, okay, about these cosmic insights that you are having with this celestial beings that is giving you this celestial wisdom, okay? On the bottom, we're talking about regarding your destiny. This is regarding your destiny. Give me one more. Seek the answers here. And it was in reverse. Okay? There's something here that you have already discovered. Okay? This is what I'm getting from this card. It says on the bottom, exploration, inner wisdom, truth discovered. There's some truth that you've already come to discover and find out. Okay? And with this truth that you've discovered comes this understanding, this divine understanding, okay? And there's cosmic insights that align with this truth that you have discovered to give you the confirmation that you are seeking and that you need. Okay? All right. Inner guidance on the bottom. Inner compass, spiritual wisdom. Okay, you're being guided. You're being guided to these answers. You asked for the truth. You seeked for the truth. And the truth was given. Okay? Yes. So now, you're passing through some difficult times. It could have been, Mother, that you was going through a lot of difficult challenges, okay? That had you at a crossroads of whether or not you didn't know which way to go, okay? But now it seems to me that the fog has cleared and you are gaining a lot of wisdom. You're gaining a lot of clarity here, okay? You're realizing that nothing bad lasts forever, and that the sun has shined again in your life, on your path. Okay? These birds are singing, giving you downloads. The clouds then cleared away. And you are so glad now that you have kept moving forward. Okay? And it says that you will soon be rewarded for your patience. So you need to hold on. You are far stronger than you think, because there has been a shift in your perspective. During this shift, honey, you have been able to spiritually elevate. You have been spiritually elevated during this perspective shift, or shift in your perspective. Okay? Your consciousness has expanded. Your vision has expanded. Okay? And not only that, your spirituality has ascended you towards that Christ consciousness. Okay? To where now you are aligned with your heart contract here. Okay? You're aligned with that. And now you are aligned with an emotional, soul, love, contract, promise, agreement, bond with someone. Okay? Look at that. I can't make this up. Heart contract, divine contract. Okay? So your life is being woven from this divine contract. And in this divine contract, you are now, honey, in this divine contract, your soul it shares a contract with another person. Treasure this rare connection. There's something rare about someone that you have come in connection with, mother, on this Mother's Day. Honey, that your soul is in complete agreement to be with and be in. Okay? Seed of light in reverse. Okay? This is part of your spiritual legacy, inner radiance, new beginnings. Okay? I do believe with this seed of light being in reverse, that you have come into your spiritual inheritance. Spiritual legacy in reverse, so anchored. You are anchored. Something is being poured out here. A spiritual inheritance, and honey, you do not get it all in one lump sum. This is coming in moderation. Okay? So therefore, let's talk about this spiritual legacy. Spiritual inheritance is being anchored. Something is being poured out here. Stability. It's going to help you be more balanced and grounded in your foundation. Give me one more. Ooh, I got 3? That is 3. I want to know one more about the spiritual legacy. Seed of light, okay? You have sought answers about what type of inheritance, okay? Divine contract. Sacred agreement. You have abided by the divine contract. Whatever this divine contract required, your soul required of you, it has been done. You have spiritually grown through your life choices that you have made and learned the lessons there within. You kept the sacred agreement here. You have kept the sacred agreement. $14, temperance angel, baby. Temperance angel, that's 14, honey. Earth angel right here. You're an earth angel, honey. You are an earth angel. So, let's go back around and let's talk about the serenity within, peace, calm, merging with the light. Since merging with the light, you have found a peace like you've never found it before. Since you've come into connection with your soul circle. Okay, and they've given you all of their energetic connection and energy. Okay, what do I need to know regarding merging with the light spirit circle? Serenity and peace from within. Oh yeah. And getting clarity was in reverse. Somebody was hiding lies about, look, getting clarity was in reverse. It says seeing through lies. It's something that you couldn't see at one point in time in your life, okay? There was something you wasn't being real with yourself at one point in time in your life, to the point of where you was not, or had a hard time accepting this truth. This truth regarding, okay, the phases in your life. You could not accept the truth regarding the phases in your life. The things that you were going through that shifted from one thing to another thing, and how they kept changing, and how you helped. It seems to me that you had a challenge with learning to adapt and learning how to grow. Confirmation. You had a hard time getting this clarity, okay? Hiding lies, watching. Okay, I don't know what that. It seems to me that you were watching someone cover up the truth. Look at that. You watched somebody at one point in time in your life who was just as clouded as you were. And I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I heard that. Give me one more with this getting clarity in reverse. Wow. So you couldn't see through somebody's lies because of their charm. Their irresistible charm. Okay? That could have got a hold of you. Is someone's irresistible charm that kept you in an energy of where you couldn't see through nobody's bullshit. Okay? For some reason you felt compelled to follow this irresistible charm that was a love potion. Okay? You let your heart lead on a lot of situations, honey. And you let your heart lead because that was the way that you showed your token of affection. Give me one more. Break up. Break up. Yep. You had to let go. Grieving your loss, honey. You had to let some people go, honey. You had to let them go because you was already feeling lonely when you was with them. So the point is, honey, if I'm feeling lonely already when I'm with you, then honey, what is the difference? Okay, and I do believe that it was the biggest heartbreak for the person who had to let you go, because they didn't want to let you go, but they had to let you go. Okay. It took you a long time to process a lot of heartbreaks. And this is heartbreaks. This is not only of the romantic kind. This could have been of the family nature. You had a lot of heartbreak in a lot of areas in your life. And it caused you to draw back from people. You felt alone when you was already with people. So you thought, if I feel alone while I'm with you, then I might as well be alone. But you're not. You found that out. Seems to me when you got alone and you got in the hermit mode, it seems to me when a lot of the answers started coming to you. When you drew back from a lot of people, a lot of answers started flowing straight to you. Source says that they will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome for you. Money could be an issue right now for you, honey. It could have been in the past. It could have been the fact that you were not getting the financial support that you were dishing out. Okay? Something regarding money. Making plans together. You could have been making plans with somebody who had money as a problem or money as an issue. Okay? You were trying to take steps towards your goals, but you could have had a little bit of money problem. Okay? It seems to me that somebody was unsure about their partner. Somebody was unsure about their partner because of their money. Somebody was unsure about their partner because of money. So somebody was with you because of money. Okay? This person that you was with wanted too much. They wanted too much, and y'all could have both had some unhealthy habits. But something had to give here when it came to money being an issue and the things of unhealthy habits. Okay? Because it really kept somebody unsure about their partner. Okay? But yet still y'all were making future plans together, but somebody wasn't so sure about these plans. And they wasn't so sure because money was a problem. The money was a problem because they couldn't get what they wanted and what they... It's not what they needed, it's what they wanted. They thought that their want was their need. Okay? So, during those difficult times, they passed. They passed on. You realized what was truly the real issue here. Okay? You realized that after you left them and the difficult times passed, that you started to see the sun shine again. Okay? Leaving. So you couldn't see through somebody's lives because they only came towards you for money, money, okay? And they left you because of money. Okay? They left you. Okay, you had a marriage mind. Your mind was married, like on marriage material. You could have been marriage material. Okay? But there was some people that you were coming in connection with that was not marriage material. Okay? You could not see past that. There's something that you couldn't see past that you was definitely illusioned. Okay? So you're breaking the cycle. So you broke this cycle. You broke this cycle. You broke this cycle to being obsessed with people who was wanting too much. Okay? Ooh. And you had to break the cycle of your unhealthy habits as well. So you broke a cycle of unhealthy habits. You broke a cycle of wanting too much or being with people that wanted too much. Okay? And you broke the cycle of being obsessed with people, honey, who had unhealthy habits as well as you. So you had to break a lot of cycles here. That was a lot of work for you to do. Seems to me that you couldn't do it while you were surrounded with people who was had the same energy or frequency as you at one point in time. So separating from these people was the best thing that you ever could have done. And in that time of separation came a lot of clarity, came a lot of, you know, I heard breathe again. I heard fresh starts. You realized that you could begin again. And you realize that that was the best thing that you could have ever done, was to begin again. Seems to me someone wanted to carry a lot of things with them. I heard you can't carry this. You can't. You shouldn't have carried the load from where you left. You should have released it. You should have created and you should have released it. I heard you shouldn't have carried the load from where you left. You should have left your load, your baggage right there. You should have released it. But it seems to me that you were learning, in a stage of learning how to release. Okay, some people just didn't know how to release. And I was one of those people. So I held on to a lot. Okay? Okay. Shift in perspective. I don't know about the shift in perspective. It was very difficult when you were shifting in your perspective. Okay? Because you had to make decisions. You had to make a decision to evolve. You had to make this decision to change. Okay? And it's not a negative thing to decide to change, but it is necessary. Okay? It's a necessary one. Okay? It's necessary for you to have this awareness, to see it from your soul's perspective, not from your fleshly perspective, your physical nature. It is so important, and it is necessary for you to see it from your spiritual awareness. Okay? You chose much of this before you incarnated is needed. Oh wow. So it seems to me the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective, that you chose much of this before you incarnated is needed. This releases the victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret this situation and hinges on your growth or not. So you made a choice here to interpret how you chose the situation on how to interpret your growth. You chose throat chakra. It seems to me with this shift in perspective here, with your spiritual elevation here, and your conscious expanding, you chose to speak. Some people choose to speak. Some people choose to sing. Some people choose to do with their hands. Okay? Whatever spirit chose you to do. You decided, wow. You decided to interpret your situations on the distorted views, the distorted perspectives. That's what you chose. Confirmation. You chose to change how you view things and then speak on how you chose from those. Sorry. And you okay, Spirit, I hear you. I hear you. You chose to change your perspective, but not only did you not choose to change your perspective, but you chose to speak on how you changed your perspective. Thank you. You chose, and then you decided to teach, okay, on how not just your distorted view, but how everybody can view things in one way coming from your hometown or from your, and I want to say native land. Okay, if you're African American, if you're Portuguese, if you're Thailand, if you're Korean, Japanese, okay, wherever that your nationality, your ethnicity, okay, your upbringing, how you was in that home, how you were raised in that home by your mother, your father, or if you had a present mother or a father, your distorted view that had you illusioned as you were growing up, okay? Distorted view about leadership, okay? Somebody's distorted view. Look, somebody's perspective shifted. Somebody has the opportunity, got the opportunity to take a leadership role, okay, regarding work, personal, or family situations, okay, to use the wisdom, okay, that they have been acquired and this knowledge about this distorted view, this distorted perspective regarding family situations, because I keep going back to this distorted view perspective. A change of perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. So you're talking about how people need to see a lot of situations with compassion because of their distorted view. Okay? That you could have held and went through as well, personal experience. Okay? The root core of pain. And you're telling people where the root core of their pain is stemming from. Okay? It's because they're not choosing to see the situation with compassionate eyes or with a compassionate soul. Because it could be due to what they have been through. Okay? It says you may view yourself. So there's a lot of people out here that view themselves or view others from a situation, from a wounded place. You're teaching others about this wounded place that they hold deep inside their soul that is now soared to the surface and is being displaced among other people. Okay, to have them looking through a distorted view about a situation, place, and person or thing. Intentions. These are people's intentions. So now you would have took a leadership role to definitely, the intention is to, I think, help people with their new beginnings. To not bring the old into the new. Give me something with this heart contract. Manifest. So in this heart contract, okay, this bond that you have, this emotion, see, you're connected. When I say emotional bond, your soul and your emotions are connected. They're in complete agreement, okay, of love's promise that is now, it has always been a part of your heart contract, okay, to now where you can manifest, okay. You're manifesting. You have this power to manifest because your heart, your soul, and your emotions are all in complete agreement, okay. When you choose to push outside of your comfort zone. So this means to tell me someone pushed outside of their comfort zone. Someone got uncomfortable out here. Someone could have been put in plenty, I hear many, M-I-N-I, uncomfortable situations. Okay, to where now you have, look, and it says D/termination. You had terminated. You have terminated a lot. Okay? You terminated a lot of comfort cushions that kept you safe. Or you thought that was keeping you safe. You have busted through. Okay? See, you're not projecting. See, there's something you're not. You're not projecting. I know that's right. You are not projecting on high vibrational transformations. You're not projecting. Look at that. It says it's not personal projection. See, this is what I'm telling you. You are manifesting. You are in your manifesting energy right now. And you are manifesting no type of projections. No projections. All truth. Give me one more of this heart contract. I'm trying to tell you. Courage, fool. Dreams manifest, no projections. Take the leap. Courage. To co-create with spirit. That's what spirit keeps telling me. Co-create with spirit. Sea of light in reverse, okay? What do we need to know about this spiritual legacy that's in reverse, though, spirit, okay? Ooh. There's something influenced here by an addictive behavior that is influencing you or the person involved. So it says pain, trauma, or being projected. See, someone here is trying to project something on to have you change. Let's talk about this addiction. So there's addiction out here, spiritual legacy. There is a Jezebel energy, addictions, compassion, hoarding, holding on, the mindset of hoarding. Some projection of pain, trauma are being projected onto you or your person or whoever is involved. In order to see the truth of this situation, you need to step outside of the chaos to create an opening, confirmation, and create an opening for forgiveness, patience, and compassion. So therefore, there's a situation that you need to step outside of yourself right now, even in the mindset of this projection that you could be projecting onto this, or someone is projecting on to this spiritual inheritance. Could be a mindset here. It could be something that you're coming up against, a principality here within inside of the family, okay, but that is deeply rooted. Take it how it resonates with this energy, okay? But this is a call. This is a call, a beacon for you to listen. You need to listen with compassion here. Yeah, this is regarding past life cycles, okay? Cycle of the same mindset, cycle of the same principality, the cycle of the I feel like this is I wanted to say war. Spiritual warfare against a principality here. It could be an old versus new, old mindset versus new mindset. Okay? Patience is needed. You're having God. See, God is gracing you this time. Time for you not to rush, and be mindful to be to make sure that you are not rushing or pushing this agenda at this time. So there's no need to rush. Trust in divine timing unless is instant gratification. Everything is going to unfold as it should. These seeds have been planted, and now you need to have time to let them grow. So whatever that you're doing regarding your spiritual inheritance, your spiritual legacy, whatever this mindset that you are carrying regarding what you're doing, you need to step outside of that mindset about that principality here. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And this is necessarily not about an addiction, but an addiction of a mindset here. It's not easy changing a mindset. Spirit said there's a mindset here. And in order for your new beginning, okay, there's some doors that is opening for you in this new beginning, okay, but during this time, okay, you got to remember that you're shifting into a higher frequency, and there is some mindsets that got to go. And this mindset is not helping you honor yourself. This mindset that you are having regarding, I just keep seeing a mindset the way, this mindset that you have about yourself. It's time for a fresh start and a clean slate. You're being asked to only bring your new self. Thank you. Your new self into this new chapter. Your old mindset. Your old mindset here. The new beginning, okay, is only accepting the new self into this next chapter. So you got to be mindful not to rush or push your agenda at this time. Okay? You still are changing at this time. Okay? You need to be more open-minded and see other people's point of view in order to expand your own perspective here. Okay? In a healthy way. Oftentimes being too rigid masks, okay, the problem. Being too rigid masks the problem. Okay? And that can cause an imbalance, okay, and some unrest. Okay, so if you're feeling restless in your energy, and it could cause to an imbalance due to the fact that you need to not be too hard on yourself. Okay. Okay. Mothers, as we all do, we do have that being that challenge with being too hard on ourselves. Okay? Remember the self-care and the balance that you need to care regarding self. Okay? And if one person is hard on us, seems to me that we're harder on us than anybody else could ever be. Okay? During this Mother's Day, allow yourself to enjoy being celebrated. Allow yourself. Give yourself the flowers that you deserve. Quit waiting for other people to show up for you to give you your flowers. Today and every day, from my standpoint, is Mother's Day. Celebrate yourself every day. For we wear many hats, mothers. Okay? You are still a mother to someone who is motherless. That is a motherless child. Do always know that you are always needed. You are always needed, and you're always cherished and loved. Okay? Divine contract. Acceptance. One thing you're learning to do, it seems to me that you're accepting a whole lot more. Okay? To fully understand how significant you are, you need to tap into it, and you already have. You didn't tap into it. Your radiant goddess to have you accept a lot. That's why God put you on Front Street to become this humanitarian. That's who you are. Okay? You're doing a service to help others accept who they are. Inside and out, flaws and all. They come a part of you and they make you. They make you better. Hey, you make me better. You make you better. Remember that. You make you better. Okay? Being more open. Getting uncomfortable to grow. Stepping outside of your comfort zone. Okay? Start saying yes instead of no. Okay? Saying yes to life. Saying yes to yourself. Saying yes to freedom. Okay? Freedom inside of your energy. Freedom to have range and do what your soul calls for you to do. Soul family. 44, and that would stand for home. Okay, 44, yeah. You're finding your soul family, okay? We are all finding our soul family, and you do not need to be blood in order to be family, honey. Okay? We are all family by the ways of spirit. Okay? I'm going to leave that right there. I think that was really beautiful. Denial, deception. Somebody out here is in denial that they don't got no family out there. That, you know what I'm saying? Somebody out there in denial, you know what I'm saying? There's a situation that you're refusing to see clearly about your soul family, about where your strength is truly going to be coming from your soul family, what you consider as a family. Yeah. I'm going to leave that right there, y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Until next time.